All right, hello, it's 10 o'clock, December 23rd, 2020, and welcome to this weather update. Looking at the map here, we'll just show you the weather map here. First, the weather and hazards map, and you will see kind of what's going on across the country. This is where the cold air is. They got blizzard warnings and winter storm warnings up. That's pretty strong wind gusts going on. Look at the conditions there in Appleton Municipal Airport. 3 degrees. West-northwest wind at 33, gusting to 51 with snow and blowing snow. So this is the blizzard that they're going. This is the same storm that's going to be bringing us our LLJ for tomorrow night. But except the storm tracks to the northwest, so we get into the warm air, and that's what happens. And if we put the radar on, the radar layer here, you'll be able to see. Here is. Actually, it looks like it's just cold. It looks like it's just, I don't see a whole lot on the radar. I guess it's, it's masked. I hate this thing. Can't see much, but you can see the rain, sort of, I'd have to go to the AccuWeather radar and show you the storm better, because you can see this all, but much better right now. And we do have a high wind warning in effect. So high wind warning has been issued for our area. So I just want to show you the storm on the radar, on the national radar, so you can get a look at it. Pull this out. I guess I should have set this up sooner. You can see here's the storm, the rain on the right side, but on the left side, if it would load, you can see there's the snow that they're getting over there in places like Minnesota and North Dakota. Maybe not North Dakota. It's more like Minnesota, pretty much Minnesota, and this whole area here. So they're getting some snow here, heavy snow, blizzard conditions, but on the right side of it you can see the warm air and the LLJ that is there that we're going to be getting into, unfortunately. So you can see you could sort of see the line of showers and thunderstorms there going through all the way up from Little Rock, St. Louis, all the way up past Chicago into Milwaukee. That's the warm side of the storm that we're going to be in. So let's go look at the weather map here. Look at another weather map of the storm, so you get an idea of what's heading our way here. So you can see the weather map, and there it is, right there. You can see there's the cold front, and there's all that warm air that's going to be coming up, surging up ahead of this cold front here. And we're going to, again, look at the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, as well, because there could be a possibility of severe weather tomorrow. So let's take a look at that. If they put us in an area for severe weather for tomorrow, let's see. Yes, tomorrow night. Here we go. They've got a slight, the enhanced, or the marginal risk going up into New Jersey. So yeah, we have that slight risk again tomorrow night with this LLJ that's going to be coming in across the area right now. So looking at the satellite, you can see plenty of clouds around. We've had plenty of high clouds around. Clouds are going to be thickening through the evening. There's that high wind warning in effect for our area, and this is the high wind warning that is going to be in effect for our area, and this is from 6 p.m. Thursday to 10 a.m. Friday. South winds 25 to 35 miles an hour with gusts to 65 miles an hour expected. So that's what we're going to be dealing with across the area for tomorrow night. What a Christmas Eve into the early Christmas day that we're going to be dealing with high wind warning. I don't ever remember that happening. I mean, we've had storms, but not high wind warning. So high wind warning is in effect, and we have the damaging winds, possible power outages, damaging winds significant, flooding elevated, marine significant, and coastal impacts elevated. And we're also going to be seeing heavy rain. Rainfall, now they're saying 2 to 4 inches of rain now. So they've upped the amount of rainfall that we could be getting. 2 to 4 inches of rain. This is their map here, and they say they have us in the over 2 inch amount now. So that's because the storm is moving a little slower. Here's a map of the damaging winds that we could be seeing for tomorrow as well. Look at this, especially further out east, wind gusts close to 70 miles an hour. This is going to be like a tropical storm on Christmas, folks. It's really weird stuff going on. That's for sure. So let's look at our current conditions across the area right now. Central Park is 42. We'll see what we hit today. Right now it's 40 at Farmingdale. And let's see what it got up to today. 44. And it got down to 29 this morning there. Let's look at iSlip as well. I know I'm not using the map viewer, but we'll take a look at that too. So 42 at iSlip, overcast. It actually dropped, it radiated, and then the clouds rolled in, the winds kind of picked up, and the winds, you could see it was starting to radiate, it was starting to drop back to 33, and then the wind picked up. I could feel it out here too, that it was getting cold, and then the wind picked up, and it got warmer again. Got down to 27 this morning at iSlip, and we'll look at West Hampton as well. And 43 at West Hampton. This is always the spot that has radiational cooling. Yeah, they dropped to 27 before bumping back up to 43 tonight. Again, that's that warm front coming through the south winds, so it is getting warmer outside. You can feel the humidity increasing. Got down to 24 at West Hampton this morning. So let's take a look at the models and look at what's heading our way here. And that's this big, huge storm system here. So as you see, it tracks way into Canada. We're on the warm side of it. Look at how tight those isobars are. So I want to actually just go closer into our area because this is where the action's going to be, and you're going to take a look and see. So again, look at how tight those isobars get as we head into tomorrow night, Christmas Eve. Very strong south winds ahead of that cold front there, and look at all that yellow. And you can see it's slowing down a little bit. So it's going to take a little longer to move through than we thought. So the rain and the wind is going to start around, like, say, after 10 p.m. Thursday, and it's going to go on all night into the morning on Christmas Day, and it won't really wrap up until late morning. So this front is slowing down a little bit, and that means we're going to be dealing with the heavy rain and the wind more, and that means more rainfall. So if you look at the GFS total accumulated precip, I'm sure it's gone up now. Yes, you see, so now it has most areas of Long Island getting 2 inches or possibly more of rain from this. And that is going to, again, with the snow melt, that's going to cause some flooding across the area. We're going to also look at the winds again on this model, and again, take a look at the kind of wind that we're going to be dealing with here. And again, look at this wind that we're going to be dealing with. So we get into it, like I said, after 10 o'clock tomorrow night. It really gets bad after midnight. Between midnight and probably 7 a.m., it's going to be pretty bad. We're going to be dealing with some really strong south winds there. Look at that red over Long Island. That's especially the east end. You're talking about sustained winds, 30 to 40, gusts to 60 or above. Like a tropical storm, pretty much. It's going to be like a 6-hour tropical storm, or maybe more like an 8-hour tropical storm that we're going to be dealing with tomorrow night. And again, very unusual to see this. And then it moves on out of here by Christmas Day, later Christmas Day. But this is really impressive stuff. And I want to look at some of the other models now, like the NAM. So let's take a look at the NAM. And you'll see those winds pick up again. Here we go. Here are those strong winds again. The worst of it's going to be probably just before sunrise, perhaps. These winds here coming in. A very strong low-level jet that we're dealing with here. A very strong LLJ event that quite unusual to see. And again, if we go up to 850 millibars aloft, this is the FGen. I didn't mean to look at that. I meant to look at the wind. Let's look at this. You can see the kind of wind that's going to be above. So the kind of wind that's going to be above us is going to be significant. And that kind of wind can be brought down in thunderstorms. And this is, again, very strong winds. We're talking above our heads, over 80 miles an hour above our heads. So that's pretty significant. We can look at the FGen as well, which, again, shows you where the rain is going to generate. And you can kind of see that heavy rain that's going to be developing across the area for tomorrow. This is the 0Z, actually. So let's take a look at the radar simulation, and we'll go and look at the rainfall reports as well. So the rainfall estimates. So again, that heavy rain starts later on, and then this front here is going to be the one. And the NAM is even slower. Look at it. It doesn't even. The NAM is even slow with this thing. And NAM gets us started around 10, but and we're dealing with these winds for a longer period of time, and it brings the actual front through, and we're like around like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and we have to wait for the later in the day for the rain to end. But this front, again, is going to cause some damage with it. And we can look at the wind again at the surface on the NAM as well as show you how long. Again, we're going to be dealing with these winds for a while here. So from this is 060 Friday all the way to probably 15Z. So we're going to be dealing with this a while with this, and that's going to cause a lot of damage. I'm going to up my estimates and say that approximately 100,000 people could lose power on Long Island because of these winds. Because again, these winds are going to be pretty significant. And let's look at the total accumulated precip that the NAM brings. And the NAM brings a little. It brings again at over 2-inch amount for Long Island again. So again, over 2 inches of rain along with the snow melt is going to cause a lot of flooding, and it's going to be some very high rivers and stuff like that after this is all said and done. Especially on Long Island where there's snowpack now. In New Jersey, probably not as much, but Long Island there's snowpack, especially upstate, and interior Connecticut is going to be flash flooding as well. So that's another concern that we have to deal with this storm. And now I'm going to go back to the GFS, and we'll go ahead and look at the temperatures as we show you the warmth that is also going to be coming up with this as well. So, and I can also look at the you know what? Let's look at the HRRR model instead. Should have enough of that in. Anyway, so look at the 0Z HRRR, and this will go far enough out to have us look at the temperature so you can get an idea. It's a higher resolution model. So you can see here the temperatures go up well into the 50s tomorrow. You can see that warm air just surging up. Could be near 60 ahead of that front with that strong LLJ. It's going to feel like a tropical storm. And then it finally starts cooling off later on in the day back down into the 30s. We can also look at the dew points as well and get to see all that humidity surging up our way as well. So you can see, look at that, dew points nearing 60 degrees. It's going to be tropical for Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. Very tropical feeling. Just very strong gusty winds. It's going to, like I said, it's going to feel like a tropical storm on Christmas. That's very messed up. That's all I could say. We can also look at the wind as well on this. This is the HRRR model with the wind, so it's high resolution. So you can see the kind of strong winds that we're going to be dealing with here. Again, worst on the south-facing shores. And it's a very impressive wind field with this. Very impressive ahead of that front right there. You can clearly see it, that LLJ right ahead of that cold front right there. And again, right above us is the kind of L. This is clearly what you see in a low-level jet right here. That's what you see right here. So if you draw it out, again, you see here's that low-level jet. This is the low-level jet coming right up from the tropics, right here, bringing us all that humidity, all that moisture, and all that instability in the atmosphere that's going to set the stage for all this rain and possible severe weather for tomorrow night, Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. So I'm going to go back to GFS now. Go back to GFS. We can look at the HRRR. Oh, let me go back to this. I want to look at this. All right, so let's look at the HRRR simulation of this front as well, so while we can. So tomorrow we might have a couple of stray showers around, but the real rain doesn't start until later, after 9, 10 o'clock. And then we get into that heavy rain and that squall line that could wind up developing. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. You can see there's the squall line right there moving through. And then it finally moves on out of here. But, man, this is going to be one hell of an event. All right, let me go back to GFS here and show you what happens when we get done with this, because it's going to be it's going to get colder once we get done with it. So we drop down Friday after being near 60 in the morning. By the evening, we're down to the 30s. We're dropping into the 20s. And then for Saturday, we're going to have a hard time getting above freezing. We're going to have a nice cold air mass. Then it recovers a little bit on Sunday there with mid-30s. And it will clear out behind this front. So let me show you that as well on the sky cover here. So you can see, might see a little bit. It's probably not any sun on Christmas, but Saturday, hopefully we can have a mostly sunny day. Looks like it will be a mostly sunny day, although very cold. And then Sunday, we may also have another mostly sunny day. So we might have 2 mostly sunny days in a row. Let's look at the NAM as well with this. This is as far as I get on Saturday. So you're not really going to get that much here. This is as far as it goes. But I'm more focused on the storm right now. So we got to look at a couple of other models here. Let me go to Vent2Sky. Let's see how this is with the Cape for tomorrow night as well. So thunderstorms, and go to tomorrow. Actually, we'll go to Christmas Day because that's when it's really going to ramp up. Let's see, 1 a.m. Let's see if there's any Cape that could be we could be dealing with here. I don't see any Cape, but again, I think that lifted index is going to be up there. Yeah, that's up there. So there's the lifted index. You can see it's up there a little bit. We'll have to see if we get some thunderstorms, but I would not be surprised if there's thunderstorms with such high humidity in the air. We'll go to windy.com and we'll look at the windy.com simulation as well with the European model. And we'll go to wind gusts, and we will go to tomorrow starting at 10 p.m. or we'll start at 9 p.m. here. So you already see at 9 p.m. Look at that. We already have wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour from the south here, and it's only going to get worse as we move this along here. It's just 3 a.m. Look at that. It gets even worse. 3 a.m. Wind gusts near 70 miles an hour. This is going to be significant. There's going to be a lot of power outages. I'm warning everybody. A lot of power outages, possible disruptions to train service. It's going to be really one of the worst weather Christmas days you can deal with. Like I said, it's going to be like we're going to have a tropical storm tomorrow, Christmas Day in the morning. That's what it's going to be like. At these wind gusts, 70 miles an hour, insane wind gusts here that we're going to be dealing with. And then it finally starts moving on out by noon. We finally start getting rid of it. But there's going to be a lot of damage left behind. A lot of trees, probably trees down. With all that saturated ground, it's going to help bring down some trees with all that rain going on, and that kind of thing. So it's going to be a lot of damage from this tropical storm-like event. It's not a tropical storm; it's just an LLJ, but it's a very strong LLJ. You can clearly see that LLJ on here very easily. This is the European. Let me go to the GFS model. This is the GFS has as far as wind gusts go. GFS a little faster on the timing with the front. So again, this is 8 p.m. tomorrow. You can see we're already gusting close to 50 miles an hour. As we get toward later again at night, you see those wind gusts going up towards 62 miles an hour. And then look at that, 70 miles an hour. This is going to be really bad. This is 2 a.m. So it's going to happen overnight, but it's going to be a very restless Christmas Eve for everybody. And Santa might be grounded, folks. I don't know. Wind gusts to 73 miles an hour there at Montauk. So this is the kind of thing that we're going to be dealing with here. Very significant. I can also look at the NAM model as well, and you see the general idea here that we're dealing with here. Very strong winds tomorrow night. And this is going to be a very strong southeasterly fetch. I'll go back to the European model now, and we're going to look at the waves because you're also going to have that flooding threat. Look at this. Whoa. All right, this is definitely malfunctioning. That's definitely not the way it's supposed to look. Let's see, waiting for it to load, I guess. But look at these waves. 15 feet off the south shore. So there's going to be significant flooding along the south shore as well, along all the south shore beaches. Could be some overwash too with these winds, and you got to add in the heavy rain, of course, with all that too. So this is going to be quite a storm. This is nothing to take lightly. This is going to be the worst thing since we've had since Isaias, I believe. So we're going to see similar type damage that we saw when we had Isaias, except this time, unlike Isaias where we didn't get much rain, we're going to be seeing a lot of rain. We got the snow melt, which might make things worse. Obviously, we don't have the leaves on the trees, but like I said, I think we're going to see at least 100,000 people out of power from this storm that we're going to be dealing with for tomorrow night. So we'll have more models, we'll have more information as time goes on. Again, a high wind warning is in effect for our area for 6 p.m. tomorrow night, Thursday, Christmas Eve, until 10 a.m. on Friday, Christmas Day. Expect many power outages. This is going to be the worst wind event we've had since Isaias, I believe. So keep that in mind, and I'll keep you posted. Take care, and thanks for watching.